Good morning, Pipers. Hope you're all well. We're doing pretty good. It's been a minute since we've been on. Bit of a strange one because we've been a bit quiet at work, so I've had time to make some pipes, but I haven't put them on site because if I'd sold them end at tax year, I wouldn't be afford to pay a tax man because I've no money. So tax year has finished now for last year, so I've got 4 pipes to show you, and now I don't have to pay tax man till 2025. So happy days. So we're back in business. Might be a little bit bad timing for you American boys, because you've got Chicago Pipe Show coming up. So I'm sure you all want to spend your pennies there. So maybe this is more for the UK guys. We'll see. Smoking my Airon with the first tin I have cracked this year, and first time I smoked it. Sunset Harbour. It's a Balkan, but it's like super heavy on Izmir, I think. It's lighter on the Latakia, not so much smokiness, but plenty of sourness, which I like, so that's good. But if you don't like sour Orientals, then I don't think this one will be for you. But if you do, it's cracking. It's like predominantly like Oriental, I'd say. Or maybe it's just because I've only just cracked the tin, but regardless, it's very nice. So we better crack on, because I've got these 4 new pipes to show you, and I might as well show the pipes that are still available on the site as well whilst I'm at it. So I've got no measurements to hand for all these, because I couldn't be asked. But if you are interested in any of them, all the measurements and info is on the website anyway, so I mean, you're not going to click on to buy it without seeing, you know, what it's all about. So just have a look on there. As ever, be pictures on Instagram and Facebook as well. Well, say pictures are on website, but I usually do a bit of video. Video will be on Instagram and Facebook, so you can kind of see. Although I guess if you're watching this, you've seen it anyway. So ignore everything I've just said, because I'm talking a lot of rubbish. Right, let's see what we got first up. So first up, we have got a Lumberman. And as you can see straight away, massive contrast between the stem and the stummel and shank. It's got a nice blast on it, this actually, quite craggy-ish. Not super craggy, but there you can see there's some rings vertically. Blasted top. And some nice blasting on the shank. So that nice oval profile. The wonderful Eldridge Moss Cumberland, which is super vibrant, really nice. However, this can go either way around, so let's have some more of the green on the top. No filter. I mean, I couldn't put a filter in this if I wanted to, because obviously with the oval you start to run out of wall space, but there's your nice oval profile. No filter on here, as I said. Neat slot, plenty of fluting in there, nice and deep fluting. There's your bit. A very striking pipe, I'd say. So that's the Lumberman. I think we spoke about all different ones before. I think, let me see if I can remember. So we got the Lovett, the Lovat, which is obviously round shank with the saddle, and then we've got the Lumberman, which is the oval shank with the saddle, and then we have the Liverpool, which is a round shank with a tapered, and then the Canadian, which is the oval shank with a tapered. I think, if I'm not too confused. So that's one down. There we're going to pop them. Pop them on there. Next up is a very rare one for me, a smooth. And it's a lovely Billiard, which has got some lovely grain on it. There you can see the cross grain running across the bottom and the back. We've got a brass shank ring and Eldridge Racing Green for the stem, which is from his vintage range. There's a slot and there's a button. No filter on this one, in fact none of them got any filters, so I don't know why I keep saying it. About 6 inch long, I'd say. Nice deep ball and some lovely grain going on. That's that one. You keeping guard of them. Next up is a lovely little egg. Left in natural because it had some nice grain going on. You can see some straight grain going up and some rings cutting across it. Rings all the way around. Got this scallop top, and obviously the egg shape. This is Eldridge Olive Cumberland, which is like a dirty yellow, I guess. Nice slot and button again. Half saddle stem to follow this lovely curve underneath. So essentially, I'm just going to say it's nearly a straight pipe, but I guess it's got some curves to it even though it's straight. There we have it. I didn't want to put too much of a bending because I think it'll look, obviously we're only slight bending here. If I'd bend that anymore, you kind of lose the top line. But yeah, there we have the egg. And then last of the new ones, is another acorn. Obviously I've got the acorn on go. We've got one here, very striking, amazing blast on it, all these rings with the contrast grain going up straight to it, and done it in black and cordovan, I think. Nice red rim on it as well, and red Eldridge Cumberland in the teardrop style. Bronze ring, button slot, all going on. cracking pipe, this one. Well, they all are. I'd be happy with any of them. That's the acorn, and then we'll quickly go over some of the other ones that are still here. Obviously we've got the Patriot set, so we've got the poker with the vintage finish, blasted, some lovely ring grain going on, vertical, smooth top, rings on the bottom, 12 gauge nickel shell, Eldridge, one off, Cumberland, red, blue and white. And to pair with that one is the pot. Again, same style, rings going on, smooth rim, nickel 20 gauge shell, and same Eldridge one-off material. And that's them two. Then we have the Dubling. No, not the Dubling. We have the Billiard. Really craggy blast on this one. This side's lovely. Lots of ridges on this side. Buffalo horn ring and polyester tortoise shell. I like to say turtle shell, tortoise shell. So there you can see the floating as well, that nice deep float to funnel your smoke out nicely from when it's bottlenecked down to this bit from your chamber. It comes through and then you get a real nice spread. And all my stems are like this, but this particular one you can see through it. There's your buffalo ring. Quite lightweight that as well. I wouldn't say that weighs a lot. Again, sizes, measurements, weights, all that will be on the website. Then we have the Dubling, the wonderful contrast of Eldridge ultraviolet wave was that material. There you can see, look, real deep floating in there, not just where some people just put a little like half moon thing in which does nothing. You need to really get that floating down so that you're spreading that smoke once it enters your mouth. Nice delicate blast on this one, lovely smooth rim, lovely pipe. And then last but not least, I had to make the bigger bag for this one because this was the longest one I'd done, and it's a Liverpool, like we were talking before. If that had had the saddle stem, then it'd have been a Lovat. Or if it had had an oval stem, it'd have been a Canadian. Nice blast on this. Cordovan. This is a actual sterling silver ring, 925 sterling. Little bit of the Eldridge amber flame, which is no longer. Yeah, so 7-inch I think this pipe, so a long pipe, really will give a cool smoke. Nice to sit down in a chair and smoke. Obviously not so good for clenching, but yeah, and that is them. So once these are all on website, which will be by the time you're watching this, I think that's the most I've ever had on in one go. So we shall see how they go. Yeah, quick drink and fire this back up. Nothing else much going on. TV wise, dead loss. I'm just I just watch Sopranos on loop constantly, pretty much. Been watching quite a bit of YouTube stuff, but not pipe smoking, shooting, so target shooting. So been watching a bit of that, and yeah, pretty much as though I'd never been away. And like I said, you've got Chicago Pipe Show coming up, so there'll be lots of stuff to see there. And I'll leave it at that. No point waffling on for the sake of it. So yeah, enjoy your smokes, my friends, and as ever, stay smoky.